Sunday morning. Good morning, Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face.
Nancy gonna cut you a check too late. 2 years after your funeral's paid, 2 years after the grave, she'll be a little stronger for all of the dollars she saved. Watching you wake, watching you cling to your family slipping away. Watch her do nothing but pray. Watch her condemn the Republicans, take them to brunch and then shrug it away. Now watch us be outraged half of a day, then pick a new hero to face our leaders and think they could beat them, playing the game they played since Pelosi had real human blood in her veins. They're all one and the same, sold off stocks and they all maintain that the risk was benign and the virus was tame. Flash forward and 40 Sunday mornings fade, 250,000 people in its wake and the cruise ship sailed today. So motherfucker, don't shine a light in my face. Wait.
Good morning, Sunday morning. Good morning,
Wait.
Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never.
Read my lips, brand new taxes, starving all the billionaires and neutering their Visa Maxes. Topple Congress off their axis, mobilize the homeless, give them axes, call it praxis. Chop a couple limbs off the legislative branches, we'll show you the difference between air as a human right and guaranteed oxygen access. Octogenarians who barely know what day it is are culling countless citizens while sitting on a dais made of ignorance that was built on the graves of the slaves made to labor for its self-declared significance. And all to build a Congress full of millionaires who make their fortunes insider trading while they shit on all the indigent. So I got a bone to pick with our leaders and I'll start with the ligaments. Pick right through the muscle, dig the marrow out and serve it to the unhoused millions living in their minivans or watching their belongings get evicted from their tenement. I have a dream where we breach the walls of Congress and just let them in. And what happens next will survive in only text, cause there won't be any evidence. There will only be that heavy kind of feeling that pervades a space where there has been a reckoning and you can feel its remnants. Let any man who enters seeking power know that those who came before him suffocated on their eminence. That there once was a seal on the wall, but we quartered it and scattered all the pieces that it might prevent its semblance. And so we end the great experiment. We'll take all your billions, leave you 2 coins for the ferryman. Leave you drifting on a Dutchman floating derelict among the wretched seraphim. For holy is the hand that wiped the land clean of those who pose as gentlemen. That's my time, honey, cue the thunderclap and strike the theremin. And so we end the great experiment. Give you 2 coins for the ferry. Fate demanded I be singer of a new ballad about the candidate you wanted like a finger in your fruit salad, but were made to choke down. And never mind he didn't have supporters on the ground. Never mind a website that gave volunteers the runaround, and a platform, a policy that followed Biden's lead and didn't make a fucking sound. And then he takes the crown. Now that's ascension into power by immaculate election, cause no one really wanted it and no one should have trusted it. But don't you try to question it, cause Joe is not a fan of questions, but Joe is a fan of pointing fingers right in people's faces. Or if they're not in public spaces, Joe will try to poke a finger everywhere I won't mention. Joe's soul is molded and beholden more to power than the list of fucking speakers at the DNC convention, who gave us all a show of keeping AOC at bay, just so everyone can say they tried to censor her dissension. But if you still believe the progressives we've elected give a shit if we're protected, there's a bridge I'd like to sell you in a parallel dimension. You know they're just tech savvier with media relations, propagandist Instagram and public obfuscation. Better suited to assure you that they're here to have a conversation. Better suited to assure you they aren't actively supporting your eviction and your slide into starvation. Better suited to assure you they can tweet about your needs and offer hope and motivation while you drift into the weeds, but they partnered with the moccasins and gators and the reeds. You damn sure get a portion of our meat. So, love me or leave me or mislead me to decree. Honey, you won't want to hear it, so I'll try to say it sweet. The squad are not your buddies, they are simply more discreet. The GOP will kill you on your feet. Dems and fake progressives do it in your sleep. Anyone can recognize a nation's needs and put it in a tweet. But coming from a leader in a seat of power really shows they know they're obsolete. GOP will kill you on your feet. Dems and fake progressives do it in your sleep. The squad are not your buddies, they are simply more discreet. You won't want to hear it, so I'll try to say it sweet.
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want me to say? You prove it's possible to sleep for days and to still think you're right here awake. The cost of living isn't much to make, but God, it's so hard to save. And when they told you everything was safe, were you safe? Were you safe? Were you safe? Were you safe?
IndependentLeft.news. Indie.
What's up, Indie?
Indie News Network.
Indie.
I get news from Independent Left.
IndependentLeft.news.
IndependentLeft.news.
Indie Left Media.
Independent Left News.
Indie Left.
Independent Left News.
Independent Left Media.
Indie Media.
Indie Left.
Indie.
Indie. Indie Left News. Indie Left.
Hi, Indie.
Indie Left News.
Subscribe to Indie News Network.
We're world building.
Your way of assisting, I feel like, is really cool.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
I'm a huge fan.
He created INN.
The founder of Independent News Network.
Indie is the founder of Indie News Network.
Thank you, IndependentLeft.news.
A huge thank you and shout out to Indie Left.
Everyone check out Indie Left News.
Hey, Indie Left.
IndependentLeft.news.
Indie.
Hi, Indie.
Indie Left. Indie Left News.
Indie News.
Independent Media.
Independent Left News has done an amazing job.
We did it. We hit the buttons. We're here for another week. Oh my God, folks.
Yay.
Yay.
We did it.
Okay, let's move this up top. That looks better above your name on the vertical. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. To the dozen or so people who are here, I love you, and I really appreciate you being on time, because that's awesome. We're hoping to have a third and a mystery guest this week, but we got a last minute postponement, so we're going to be doing that another time. But so it's just going to be the normal bird and reef, well, Indian reef now, or reef and Indy, or whatever the hell you want to call it. How do we miss that? I'm excited. I'm ready to do this. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you? You doing all right?
Oh, it's been a week. Let's just say it's been a week.
Yep.
You know, we're ready to move on to whatever the next action is going to be because we are moving past the rage against the war machine. This weekend there was the No to NATO, No to War rally in London, and I know Max Blumenthal was there. They had a huge turnout. Richard Medhurst spoke, among tons of other people. We're going to get some footage from that, I'm guessing, probably next week, and there'll be a couple articles written up. So I'm excited about that. No Kana, Fred Edward. Yeah, definitely not bringing on our friend, or not really our friend, but you know, Ro Kana's yikes. Some people will go around with him and expose him for the clown that he actually is, and he decides he wants to go on shows and say the things that we know that they believe, but what they're not going to help us. And you know, sometimes he'll say the right thing, and sometimes he'll just serve us DNC platitudes, which is exactly what his position is. Because he's a ship. So, yeah, well, let me move this up a little bit now that your badge is there. So, welcome everybody, of course, to How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That is a podcast and live stream featuring articles written by independent journalists who expose corruption, cover the growing labor movement, and challenge establishment narratives and talking points. New episodes stream live Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, that's like now, on our YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Rockfin, Substack, Facebook, Telegram channels. It's also streaming live on IndieLeft.news right now. The podcast's usually published within a couple days. Lately, I've been getting it up like the same day or the next day. I'm co-host Indy. I'm the founder and editor of Indie Left News and Indie Media Today, Substack, as well as IndependentLeft.gg. That's the Discord, and IndependentLeft.shop. So we're going to talk about the shop, talk about some stuff there. And then this guy sitting next to me, that's Reef Breland. He is INN's technical director. He is the creator of INN News and one of the co-hosts, of course, with Colin and Reefer After Dark as well when it runs. We were also on the show Due Dissidence this past week, and that was fun with Keaton and Russ. Russ was actually StreamYarding in from India, which was interesting to hear his perspective there. Both of us are co-founders of Indie News Network, INN, a collaborative family of independent content creators. Find all our channels on indienews.network. And all the stories that you're going to see today, well, were kind of included in the newsletter or somewhere on the Substack recently. There's just a fire hose of developing news all week long. We're going to have some fun this week also. So be sure to make sure to share share this link. Like the stream, subscribe to our channel. You see it in the ticker at the bottom on all the platforms where you watch and listen. We're everywhere, as I said. Thank you to all our volunteers. And always a special thank you to Big Mad Crab. He drives us crazy. We love him to death. And he makes kick-ass thumbnails and does kick-ass creative stuff. And he did not disappoint again tonight. So let's get to our thumbnail. Our thumbnail has... check this out, a new logo, kind of. A new How Do We Miss That Show logo. A little bit updated. Crab did a little bit of magic and changed the neon around the sign and made it hang from the ceiling. So that's pretty cool. He also, by the way, did the shut the fuck up shitlib Joe icon, which I said we need to have some kind of branded thing for Joe, and sure enough, that's really cool. So let's get to Indie Main. Okay, here we go. Here's our thumbnail. Now you can see us around the world. Brandy and D, welcome. Rick, what's going on? Welcome. All right, we got our first story, which is the coal miners out there was a lot going on in the last couple of weeks, and I hadn't even heard that the Warrior Met coal miner strike ended. This was the longest running strike in the United States. The guys in Alabama, I remember.
Did you know what was happening?
Well, many people didn't, but like these guys marched all the way from Alabama to Wall Street, like literally. And then they had their big protest and day on Wall Street. So Hamilton Nolan, who's one of the better writers out there in these times, the end of the Warrior Met strike and the utter failure of the Democratic imagination. Now, I like Hamilton a lot, but he is certainly an optimist for the Democratic Party, though he is also a realist. He is one of these people I feel that wants to see the Democratic Party do better, but also understands that they're probably not in a position to do better. And he's at least doing a fair post-mortem assessment to show, hey guys. So here's where we're at. After almost 2 years on the picket line, hundreds of mine workers of America members, United Mine Workers of America members who've been on strike at Warrior Met Coal in Alabama have offered to go back to work. They still don't have the fair contract they sacrificed so much for. The negotiations are going to continue, but they didn't win this strike, and that's tragic. The company and its private equity owners bear the most direct responsibility for precipitating this heartless, inhuman struggle. But if you're looking for a meaningful place to focus your rage over the way that this strike has turned out, look directly at the Democratic Party. Why? Well, imagine hypothetically that we're living in a period of history in which inequality has soared for a half century, thanks in large part to the decline of unions and working class bargaining power, in which the American dream has been hollowed out, and decades of economic gains have flowed out almost exclusively to the rich. We know this. Thank you very much, Bernie Sanders, in which poorly designed free trade policies supported by Democrats have sucked middle America dry of once abundant blue-collar jobs. All right, in which the obvious failures of neoliberalism to rectify this situation have soured millions of once reliable blue voters on the Democratic Party and tempted them into a Republican Party that offers easy scapegoats for systemic problems, in which this toxic lack of opportunity paved the way for a xenophobic, lying narcissist to spend 4 years in the White House on the strength of racist fables about making America great again. Well, again, I still argue with some of those points, but that's pretty generally okay. Imagine further that after those dark 4 years, Democrats were back in power, and that they had a leader who proclaimed himself the most pro-union president of our lifetimes. Okay, and that he also led a party that fretted continuously about how to win back working class voters from the clutches of Trumpism. Okay, then imagine that there was a long-running strike by coal miners in Alabama who were fighting against the predations of ultra-insulated capitalist financiers who were accelerating the inequality crisis. And imagine that walkout became the longest major strike in America, dragging on well past the point when most people would have given up, with the strikers assaulted by oppressive police and court rulings. And yet, for month after month, these workers persevered, held the line, and sacrificed greatly in order to fight for dignity and the fundamental ability for working people to be treated fairly by the faceless forces of capital. I mean,
right.
I like the way this guy writes. It's flowery. It's the Dems lost a good one with this one, I'll tell you right now, because his writing fits in with exactly how they like to speak, but now it's being used against them, and I kind of like that. It's obvious to anyone with an ounce of imagination that this scenario represents more than a single local fight. It contains the potential to be a powerful symbol, not just a generic workers fight back photo op for politicians, but a very specific inspirational symbol of what the Democratic Party could and should be. See, again, he's a hopeful optimist about who the Democrats really are when we actually know what they really are. What better way to overcome the cynical but effective Republican strategy of declaring itself the party of regular working Americans than to actually be the party of regular working Americans? Yeah, we've been screaming this for years. They just don't want to do it, Hamilton. What better way to overcome the accusations that Democrats are ivory tower elites then go all out to support a justified, heroic strike of blue-collar workers in a red state? Why wasn't Joe Biden on the picket line in Brookwood, Alabama? Well, we know why. Why wasn't Labor Secretary Marty Walsh at any of the big rallies that the UMWA held over the past 2 years? Well, again, we know why. Why weren't these strikers invited guests at the State of the Union? Why weren't Democratic senators and congresspeople on the ground giving speeches for the strikers again and again? Bernie Sanders can't be expected to single-handedly drag the entire Democratic Party to the promised land, except that know that.
Yeah, he's the strike killer.
He doesn't actually do that, Hamilton.
Supposed to be out here doing.
Come on. What he actually does is he's the one that goes in at the end of a strike and puts his arm around the workers and goes, "Oh, you fought the good fight. Now you got to go back to work. I'm very sorry." But Congress says no. That's what Bernie Sanders has become. Okay. Where was everyone, though? But not just Bernie. He's saying, where was everyone? Where were the ads rallying national support that should have blanketed America before the midterm elections? Why did Democrats let this potent symbol slip through their grasp? Well,
because they don't like labor anymore.
Well, the question is, did they ever really like labor? And the utter failure to harness the political potential of the Warrior Met strike is not the most important failure here. That would be the failure to support the substance of the strike. Why? Because this was not just some missed photo op for Democrats. This was an instance in which Democrats failed to support what should be the core platform of the Democratic Party. Again, back with this is kumbaya, what the Democrats should be, but they're never going to be, Hamilton. This is why we're independent.
Yep.
What are the only institutions that can bring together the people of different races and political persuasions in the Deep South? Well, nothing anymore. Unions, except unions. What is the key to rolling back our inequality crisis? Unions. How do you start to change the electorate in deep red states and open their eyes to worker power? Unions. Well, what do unions need to advertise themselves to people unfamiliar with their power? Successful strikes. Well, they don't just need that. They actually have to deliver for their union members. Besides workers, who has the decline of unions in middle America hurt the most? Democrats. Well, sure. Okay. So does anyone know where the Democratic Party might find a major strike of blue-collar workers in a red state that it could energetically support to prove to everyone that it is not a party of remote coastal elites, but rather that its commitment to regular workers is real, okay? That it's ready to repair the damage done by neoliberalism. If anyone sees a strike like that, please let the Democrats know. It's not an opportunity they'd ever want to miss. The infinite admiration that we owe to these UMWA workers who walked the line at Warrior Met for all these months should be matched by our infinite disgust at their lack of national political support. The Democrats blew this. The whole thing gives me the same feeling I had in 2021, watching the Democratic Party similarly fail to rally behind workers at a West Virginia pharmaceutical plant that was being callously shut down and offshored during the depths of the COVID crisis. That, like the Warrior Met strike, offered a chance for Democrats to stand up for unions and against heartless financiers. But those financiers, of course, also financed the Democratic Party and in support of blue-collar red state workers. But nobody cared. Yes, we know. That opportunity floated away in the wind along with the jobs that the union was trying to save. Yes, we know, Hamilton, because West Virginia. I seem to recall that there is a pretty big senator from West Virginia who acts as the rotating villain pretty often. So it doesn't surprise me one bit. All right. Yeah. Country road. Oh, don't make me sing. All right. For all the billions of dollars spent on lobbying and gauzy political advertisements, there seems to be no one in Washington, D.C. Gauzy. Yes. There seems to be no one in Washington, D.C. capable of conceptualizing a way to take advantage of the rare chance to combine substance and symbolism in a pro-worker Democratic Party. Because it doesn't exist, Hamilton. Political strategists seem content to cede red states to Republicans and thereby confirm for the working people living in these states that their belief that Democrats don't really care about them is justified. Well, because it is. The Warrior Met strikers made labor history in Alabama. They may still make some material gains as their negotiations continue, but the lack of political vision by the Democratic Party establishment means that a priceless chance to shake off the boring Fox News-style polarization of our politics has slipped away. Do better next time, you oblivious cowards. Ooh.
They will. Is the problem.
No, this is
Alabama?
who they are. This is who they are. He does not want to recognize that. And he even acknowledged, oh, look, in 2021, they did that. Yes, because this is who they are, dude. This is why we have to bail. This is why we need to go independent to form some type of a third-party apparatus to vote for anyone but Democrats and Republicans, if for no other reason than to give them the finger and tell them that they are not going to get our vote anymore, and they're not going to control the purse of the United States anymore. Like, this is enough.
And this is why you need to buy our merch.
Well, you should definitely support.
Obviously,
support the shop for Indie Left. That's independentleft.shop. I'm working on a catch-all shop that'll also have the INN store, as well as Big Mad Crab has a store as well, a shop. Just created a couple of new items, one for Indie's Tech Tips. So go check that out at independentleft.shop, as well as a baseball cap with the embroidered Indie across the front as well, if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
So, Randy,
Looks
Fred
good.
Edward,
Party
Oh No
ball,
Joe.
see?
Go Start. How are you? Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. All right. So we have a couple dozen people watching. Love it. Love it. Oh, all right. So, Carpathian, has either of you ever been in a labor union? Good question. That's from the Rockfin. I have
been to plenty of my mother's teachers unions meetings over the years.
I have. I'm currently not a member of a union and kind of wish that I was, because it would be helpful at the moment. Let's just say.
My father ran one of the few strikes in his industry.
I understand that there is a ton of corruption at the top of labor unions, and I am not a big fan of big labor
it's just like politics.
As far as the Democratic Party supported labor union, we are much more in favor of workers owning means of production and moving toward worker co-ops.
There you go.
Labor unions to us are a step, because most people aren't ready for co-ops, and deciding who leads and exactly how that works in a co-op is still a question to a lot of people. But that's Carpathian over on the Rockfin, rockfin.com/IND Left News. We are also over on Rumble, and holy moly, we are getting a ton of action over on Rumble lately. So hi Rumble, if you're there chatting, fake news. Well, Reef isn't really convinced that there's a real Rumble audience. So if you're over on Rumble and you're there, like, drop a number 1 in the chat and let us know that you're a human being. Say hi, and thank you so much for fake news. Oh, thank you, Donald. That's not cool. All right, so let's go back to our indie main. Thanks.
Don't be rude.
Oh, I know that name. Jeez. All right, well, let's go back and let's put that chat up. Hold on. Curious what Indy feels Democrats should be doing. Complain, yes, but solution. Economy favors the company and disincentivizes them to negotiate. What are
Who does he mean by Democrats? Or she?
Let's see. That's Scott.
Genders.
That's Scott.
It depends. Does he mean the Democratic voter? They should stop watching mainstream media and
they are mainstream.
Objective, and
they are mainstream
in their politicians,
media,
hold their politicians accountable, somehow get better representation in a system where elections are not going to solve your problems.
I think he means Democratic politicians.
Because they're set up to not.
But maybe.
Okay, they should do anything other than what they're doing now. How about
Eric
that?
T. Red says 11 demand strategy, which is first you've got to get rid of the money. And
yeah, I mean you gotta fix the money. Money first, media next. Like,
because unless you get the corruption and the money out at this level, especially, and we've
get
seen
rid of the deep state.
Yeah, bust up CIA, but who's doing that?
I mean, Bernie used to have a solution. It was, sounds like you're ready for a revolution. And I'm still waiting on that.
Real life solutions are as far as, ballot measures and do what you can locally and help the people locally and focus on other positive solutions that we can come together on fighting the war machine, etc. Scott was talking about
Mutual
the Democratic
aid.
Party. The Democratic Party's got to stop taking money from the same donors and financiers as the Republican Party.
And
also being in the pocket. Oh, yeah, right. They're in the pocket of big pharma. They're in the pocket of the military-industrial complex. They're in the pocket of, and look, what we've been covering with the Twitter files and as well as what Alan McLeod's been talking about. The government has been embedded at these social media companies, censoring people left, right, and sideways with anybody that is, and mostly it's been the Democratic Party that's been doing this, according to everything that we're seeing. And yeah, we get that the Twitter files is biased, and there's going to be stuff coming out, but there really hasn't been anything
direct
coming out
action
of the Trump.
against those Democratic.
Like they've asked for the Trump stuff, and it's funny because we're about to start talking about censorship, so that's a perfect lead-in. So thank you, Scott. I really appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out.
Stop voting for Democrats.
Well, stop for voting for Democrats and Republicans, independent and proud here.
Yes.
Independent ballot measures and local candidates that and vet, and for the best of your ability. Look, Convo Couch vetted the sheriff in L.A., and they went around on a ride-along with him. And that guy ran like literally a gang inside his freaking department for, after he got elected. Like, there's not much you can do about that. But we've got even more censorship happening. And so I wanted to talk about this, which is Patrick Lawrence. He's one of the Indie Media Award honorees. Well, he's not, but Consortium News is. And this is an exclusive for Consortium News. Patrick is excellent. Indie Media Award honoree. Check out Consortium News. Support them, please. So this is a little bit long, and it's talking a little bit about the Democracy Now! Interview of Cy Hirsch, which was censored by YouTube, which I hadn't even really heard the story. But when he awoke last Sunday morning to the news that YouTube had censored a long interview that Cy Hirsch had done with Democracy Now! On the grounds that it did not meet Google's subsidiaries' community standards and was moreover offensive, his mind went in many directions, which first, and I thought the same thing, which was of the New York Post case in October 2020, 3 weeks before the presidential election, when Twitter, Facebook, and all the other big social, this is what they did to Cy Hirsch's thing, social media platforms blocked America's oldest daily after it reported the politically damaging content of Hunter Biden's laptop computer. So let me go back. This is what they did to the Seymour Hersh article. Was that they said that they blurred some imagery about 30 seconds into the video in response to a content warning from YouTube that severely limited the reach of this interview. What you see now is an edited version. For the uncensored version of the interview that aired on our show, you have to go to their website, which is, wow. Content. There's censorship. So I thought of what we now call the disinformation industry, right? I talked about this last Sunday with CJ Hopkins and all these diabolic organizations, Propernaut, NewsGuard, Hamilton 68 et al., right? That stocked with spooks, serving in staff positions and as advisors, dedicate themselves to discrediting dissenting writers and independent publications as conveyors of Russian propaganda. And then I thought of a story a Russian acquaintance told me one afternoon over drinks when I was in Moscow some years back. Lenin was a professor of sociology at Moscow State University and had served at the Central Committee and the Politburo in various advisory capacities during the Soviet era. Lenin knew how to ride the waves, let's say, and he knew whereof he spoke. He also had a wonderful sense of humor and a highly developed appreciation for life's infinite ironies. Now, Patrick Lawrence is not a young guy. I think I have his picture somewhere, but let me pass on this tale and then make the connection with Hirsch's expose of the Biden regime's Nord Stream up and the other cases I mentioned. This is going to take a minute, but just stick with it. He says, we'd been talking about the press in Russia, in America, in Asia, and elsewhere, trading observations and comparing notes. It was then in the bar at the old Metropole Hotel that Lenin related a story that he thought I would find useful or amusing or both. During the periods of Soviet-American detente in the 1970s, the State Department offered to take 2 foreign ministry bureaucrats on a tour of the United States. They visited 5 cities, New York, Washington, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, with the minders from state taking care to show their guests the sort of things minders from state would want to show Soviet visitors, right? Certain camaraderie developed, and it's nice to think about the scene, impossible as such occasions have become. Well, I had that in reverse and a long time ago. When they reached San Francisco, it was time to say farewell, and the State Department shepherds asked the 2 Soviets what aspects of American life they found most remarkable, and the Soviets seemed not to have hesitated before replying. It's really interesting. In the Soviet Union, they said all the newspapers across 11 time zones say the same thing every day because they're carefully censored. They're told routinely what to say and what to leave out. Here in America, the press is free. We have no sign of censorship in all the cities you've shown us.
What?
And yet, well, again, this is in the night, like way back. And yet, wherever we are, when we pick up a newspaper, they too say the same thing. From New York to California, nothing we've read is ever any different. There's externally imposed censorship, and then there's internally imposed censorship, to state the obvious. And the 2 Soviet bureaucrats were fascinated to see firsthand, and for the first time, the latter at work. Brute censorship is nothing pretty to look at, Leaded, my Russian acquaintance meant to say, but the invisible kind is just as effective. Everyone in mainstream, and we're going to get to my article, mainstream journalism knows where the fence posts are, as I like to put it. And if you spend too much time beyond them, you won't work in mainstream journalism very long, and they will discredit you and smear you and call you a kook and a lunatic. I wonder if Seymour Hersh, certainly proven to rank among the great journalists of our time, may have a thought about this. Well, we know he did because he spoke about it during this interview that he was censored. This question of internalized censorship, commonly known as self-censorship, has long fascinated me. I've watched many times as journalists surrendering themselves for the sake of their professional careers, train themselves to hear the silent language that tells them what to say and what to leave unsaid. And then over time, you find them giving vigorous voice to thoughts and beliefs imposed upon them, absolutely convinced that these are their own thoughts and beliefs and that they've come up by that, they've come by them independently. This is how the propaganda factory works. The modern mind's eager desire to conform, while we remain certain of our originality and individuality. Philip Slater touched on this in his too soon forgotten The Pursuit of Loneliness, published in 1970. So did Erich Fromm in Escape from Freedom, which appeared in 1941 and could hardly be more pertinent to our time. So he's got a Fromm quote. We are proud that in his conduct of life, man has become free from external authorities, which tell him what to do and what not to do. We neglect the role of anonymous authorities like public opinion and common sense, which are so powerful because of our profound readiness to conform to the expectations everybody has about ourselves and our equally profound fear of being different. Wow. I've had overbearing editors I greatly wish were more anonymous than they were. But let us set this minor point aside. Fromm and Slater are concerned with the collective psychology from which self-censorship draws for its extraordinary effectiveness. Compulsive conformity, Fromm calls it. We can go back as far as de Tocqueville, to gain a sense of how deeply rooted conformity is among Americans. When we do, we can't be surprised or mystified to note what the Soviet visitors noted 50-odd years ago and what we fail to see even as it is before us in plain sight. American media are as rigorously controlled via the mechanisms of internalized censorship as any newspaper in any of the authoritarian societies we profess to detest for their lack of freedom. And I'm sure there are people who would argue with some of this, but it's what I've seen. But what happened to Cy Hersh's Democracy Now! Interview last weekend, to the New York Post in the final weeks of Joe Biden's presidential campaign, to Glenn Greenwald with The Intercept, and to a lot of independent journalists at the hands of the disinformation industry since this took shape a half dozen years ago, requires us to think anew. Again, reminding us of what this was a note from Democracy Now! And you notice that this video still has over 1 million views. But wow, I mean, to blur it out is just, I still can't. It's commonly said that the emergence of digital media since the mid-1990s, when the first such publications appeared, and when Bob Parry, of course, started publishing Consortium News, it's brought us into a new era. And we can mean many things by this. Let us not now miss. For all the good these new media have done, and for all the doors they promise to open, this new era is to be one of coercive, externally imposed censorship, as heavy-handed as anything those visiting stoves had lived with all those years back. With the decline of our legacy media into craven subservience to power to an extent no one could have dreamed a couple of decades back, independent media such as Consortium News are where the future of the great craft lies, a point I've made severally in this space. But it seems to me that the digital platforms on which these media depend have been liabilities as well as assets from the first. Technologies are not value neutral. There's a Jacques Ellul, who's a Christian anarchist and many-sided intellect, made this case in the Technological Society, which came out in English in 1964. Right? To put his thesis too simply, technologies are not empty of content other than what is put into them. Implicit in any technology is an affirmation of the political, economy, and material circumstances that produced it. In other words, technologies available to independent journalists are corporate products. They're vital to independent practitioners as means of delivery, but as we learn by the day now, access to them can be withdrawn at any time. At any time, whether it's Patreon, whether it is access to your YouTube account or your Twitter account, unless you delete something. Many of us seem to have missed this contradiction, and now we are pressed to recognize it. And as we do, we're led to ask whether the promise of independent journalism can be extinguished by way of a totalized system of censorship. Do you think this phrase too strong? Mark Andreessen, who's the founder of Netscape, the web services company, and an influential figure in Silicon Valley, doesn't. In the spring of 2022, Andreessen sent out this note via Twitter. Quote, I predict essentially identical censorship/deplatforming policies across all layers of the internet stack. Client-side, server-side ISPs, cloud platforms, CDNs, payment networks, client OSs, browsers, and email clients, with only rare exceptions, and the pressure is intense. Again, as proven from the Twitter files, the way the FBI was pressuring people at Twitter to censor accounts because they suspected them of Russian activity, even though Twitter was confident, absolutely knew that they were definitely not Russians. He says, I do not know how far we are from the world Andreessen warns us of, but there is an argument that we are headed in is there an argument that we're headed in the direction of that he forecasts? I don't wish to diminish the importance of independent media. A point I hope is by now clear, but to turn these thoughts another way, it is one thing to bully, cancel, and otherwise suppress emergent publications, and greatly another to censor a legacy newspaper such as the New York Post and a journalist of Seymour Hersh's stature. His conclusion is that the game is getting rough and likely to get a lot rougher. Not surprising. We've been saying this, hunker down and platform everywhere. there is one other factor in the forcing that's forcing the pace of America's censorship regime that bears mentioning. And this concerns the larger context. By the time digital media began to find their place in the public discourse, the events of 2001 had forced the American imperium onto its back foot, and it has ever since assumed the hostile crouch of the wounded. As history teaches us, it is at this point that declining nations require the loyalty of all economic, political, industrial, and cultural institutions. Complete loyalty and uniformity. Accordingly, the line between the national security state and corporate media has not merely been blurred in the post-2001 era, it is now more or less eliminated, as documents such as the Twitter files make clear. Are we surprised? Well, we ought not to be. But the next question is, what are we to do as an era of totalized censorship appears to be upon us? Subscribing to the independent publication of your choice would be a conscientious start. Patreon.com/IND Left News, folks. Substack.com. Well, it's actually indiemediatoday.substack.com. And you can find all the links at indieleft.media. All right. And of course, you can pick up some merch if you want to hook some people you know up and do them nice. So, oh, wow. I'm a little exhausted after that one, and I definitely need to cut loose a little bit.
How dare you?
Well, yeah. Well, so what I did want to say about that article was there was a conversation that we had last Sunday night, and it fired me up, or Monday night, and it got me thinking from a Facebook post comment to a reply to a Substack post. And so go check out indiemediatoday.substack.com. It was our new mission, which is to unplug from corporate controlled media, which this kind of dovetails really nicely into. So by all means, and I'll bring that up after we get to the fun stuff, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Let's see. Carpathia 9. My union did not do shit about COVID shots, said get a religious exemption. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Look. Oh, here you go. Right. Here we go. My UAW voted to strike in 2020. Yeah, UAW has been terribly corrupt at its head. We are for workers and for workers organizing collectively and for bargaining collectively. The representation that has been put at leadership is an executive board in itself that is incredibly chummy and friendly with the Democratic Party apparatus, especially at the UAW, though they do buy off both sides to a point. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Again, Carpathia 9 over on Rockfin. Thanks for watching and supporting the show over there. And we've got Jilly Love in the house. Hi, Jilly. Hey, Eric T. Red. Greg Red. Oh, that's Greg. Greg designed some of the merch, and he's our creative director king over here at INN. So give Greg some love. And subscribe to his channel. He's got a channel too, and he goes live once in a while too. He's doing some fun stuff. All right, so I want to get to some fun. All right, so this guy, Turncoat Don, holy shit. He's great. I love Don. And Don is awesome. So I want to get back. Hang on, let me go back here, and now I'm gonna escape out from the slideshow. And now we're gonna go, and Don has been busy, hard at work, making videos. And he's been making, kind of cut up videos for a while. Sometimes it was, some kind of violent thing but it was funny, like somebody slapping somebody in the face, losing an argument. And he's cut up all kinds of edits together. I mean, Turncoat Don's awesome. At Turncoat D on Twitter. If you haven't followed him, give him a follow for sure. He's worth it. He's a funny dude. But lately what he's been doing is kind of splicing independent media figures into corporate media and making it kind of seem like they're inviting independent media on to speak, because that's kind of the only way that we're going to get the microphone at this point. So So here, check this out. All right, so let's go to Indie Man. Let me turn this slideshow.
That is a fucking little
bastard. All right, so here's Don. All right, thank you. All right, so here's. This is Ari Melber listening to Jimmy Dore give a speech.
And what's happening right here at this rally
Man,
is what actually
MSNBC
scares the
doing
hell out
good
of the
these days,
establishment.
huh?
Everybody from the left, everybody from the
When
right,
that
everybody
happened?
from the middle coming together to realize that we have more in common than divides us, and we share a common enemy. That enemy is the military-industrial complex and the oligarchy. The same oligarchy that did a controlled demolition of our economy, and then they want me to hate my neighbor
Don't look at
for
the
the pain
Chiron
I'm
anyone.
feeling because of that, because they wouldn't take a vaccine that didn't work the way they said it did in the first fucking place. Well, I'm not gonna hate my neighbor. I'm gonna love my neighbor.
You man, Jimmy Dore.
Because my neighbor is suffering under the same oligarchy that I'm suffering under, and he didn't cause it. The oligarchy did, and they don't want us to join together. And I have one message for the right and the left. If everybody on the right could just realize that not everybody on the left likes Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. We just want to end the wars and have healthcare that doesn't bankrupt us. That would go a
Doing
long
both
way.
Dem and
if everybody on the
Republican.
left could
Jimmy
just
Dore,
realize that
pothead
not everyone
comedian.
on the right is a white supremacist Trump or gun nut. They're just fucking gun nuts. I love you, love each other. Come together. I'll see you at the next anti-war rally. Stay together.
I love it. I love it. So Don, that's great. So that's one, and I brought a few Don videos to watch today because he's been doing this for a while, and he's actually been kind of getting some people. And this one I know got some people. So this was Max Blumenthal spliced into CNN, and this definitely got a couple of Democratic people and CNN fans really upset.
An event that I consider to be one of the most important events of the past year. That's the Rage Against the War Machine rally this February 19th at the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
Sunday, February 19th. Rage Against the War Machine. I'm going to be speaking there. And one of the things that I think threatens some of the people attacking this rally is that they can't be in charge of the entire thing and decide who to exclude, because they love to exclude people. Yes. They love to come up with a laundry list of boutique social issues that you have to sign on to, every single one, with and there's no debate allowed, in order to participate in a rally about something else, which ostensibly is what your organization is supposed to revolve around, which is the war state. This is the professional sectarian left that I've had to deal with for years and years and years, whether it was on Palestine or Syria. And then, on COVID, they excluded everyone from their little meeting rooms. If you had any problem with thousands and thousands of workers being fired because they didn't want to take an experimental gene therapy injection that doesn't prevent transmission or infection, they would completely castigate you. And then you wouldn't be allowed to speak at their anti-war rallies because you opposed lockdowns that sent people into suicidal ideation and opioid addiction and kept children out of school for a year because you opposed that. The professional sectarian left would exclude you. And what this rally is not doing is excluding people, including them. They would be welcome to speak and participate, but they don't want to. They want to attack because they've lost control, because the professional sectarian left has failed in every respect to form a viable anti-war movement for the past 20 years. And here we are. They want the anti-war movement to be 100 people all wearing the same shirt with multiple advanced degrees who agree on all the same boutique social issues, who can fit in one room, and they control everyone and everything everyone says. And this rally has broken that model because it's just open. It's what you make of it. It's what anyone wants it to be. And so they are working to sabotage it. And I know from having worked with some of these people in the professional sectarian left that they destroy every institution that they become a part of. They burrow from within, they get in there. And then if you are trying to work for a greater goal within that institution and it doesn't follow their sectarian line, then they start to attack you from within and run campaigns against you. And then ultimately they try to destroy the whole organization unless you get them the hell out of there. And so every institution, every NGO, every media organization that they get in, they're a problem. And now they're becoming a problem within this when all we're trying to do is stop a nuclear war.
Awesome. I mean, that's Max. Obviously CNN would never allow that to air on their airwaves. So Don taking a little bit of liberty and doing that up to let Max see what that would be like, to see what that would be like. Too funny. All
Far
right.
more than liberalism,
of course, we've
or
got Glenn Greenwald.
or devotion to one of the two political parties has become
And could you
the
imagine
main ideology of the media. It's
Joy
really
Reid?
driven instead by allegiance to status
I
quo
am.
power and institutional authorities. Above all else, what the corporate media wants is the agenda of institutions of authority and major power centers to be preserved and protected and advanced. That is one of the major reasons why one of the most important events in the history of media took place in the 1950s and 1960s when major media outlets became corporatized. They were no longer owned by trusted families who had newspapers passed down throughout the generations. Instead, they became swallowed up by gigantic corporations. And that's what large corporations do more than anything else. They are, by definition, inside the halls of power. They are aligned with governments and aligned with corporate agendas. They worship credentialism and authority. To thrive in corporations, in large corporations, the characteristic you most need is not that you are a dissident to establishment orthodoxies, but that you are there to prove that you can efficiently advance it. Those are the personalities and characteristics which cause you to advance and succeed in any large corporation. And when media became a part of large corporations, the media itself became corporatized. It adopted, even more so than ever before, a pro-authority or pro-status quo perspective. To the extent
blinking is so good.
that there is any real Democratic versus Republican allegiance that drives the media, it was almost entirely due to Trump. The media has largely been fine with standard Republicans in the past, people like George Bush and Dick Cheney, or even going back before that. They never liked Barry Goldwater because he was too extremist. He was a threat to establishment orthodoxies.
They're
and
with
that's
the
the
eyes
same reason
big.
why they hated Trump. The media hated Trump not because
The
he's a
Goldwater
Republican,
mention.
but because he ran on
media hates Goldwater.
opposition to
MSNBC is
Republican
state
orthodoxy.
media now.
And therefore, institutions of authority and power hated Trump, and therefore, these journalists inside media corporations did as well. That is how they think about the world.
Right, and I mean, the thing about it is, right, it's a war on language in a way, too.
So funny. Yeah. So that's another one with Don, and he did a few more that I thought were really, really good. And these I could watch these all day. And Don's a friend, and he also saw that, you know, he's a believer in what happened with Cy Hirsch and the Nord Stream pipeline. And wouldn't it be nice if somebody were on corporate media talking about, and especially on Joy Reid, talking about what happened to Nord Stream and what really happened to Nord Stream. So imagine
the U.S. has long been trying to stop the Nord Stream 2 because, as Cy Hirsch's story points out, the U.S. has recognized that if Nord Stream 2 goes online, that would make it a lot more difficult for the U.S. to wage a proxy war against Russia, because Germany will not want to be on board with cutting off its source of cheap energy. So the U.S. found an answer to that problem. They blew it up. And it's interesting. Hirsch reports that the planning for this operation began in late 2021. And that's when Russian forces were massing on the border of Ukraine, and there was a threat of the invasion. But something else happened. Russia, in that same month of December 2021, when planning was underway at the White House to blow up Nord Stream 2, Russia also submitted draft treaties to the U.S. and NATO, laying out detailed proposals for the U.S. and NATO to resolve their issues, to roll back NATO military infrastructure in states surrounding Russia. Now, we know what happened to that because the U.S. rejected it, wouldn't even discuss the core issue of Ukraine not joining NATO. Instead, the U.S. chose to basically let the Russian invasion happen, and then when that happened, proceeded to engage in this operation to blow up Nord Stream 2. And they've made no secret about their embrace of this. The day after the Nord Stream 2 was sabotaged, Antony Blinken declared that this was a tremendous strategic opportunity. And most recently, you've covered this, Victoria Nuland testified in Congress that she is grateful, along with the White House,
cut the feed, Nuland, they're slamming Nuland, cut the feed.
At the bottom of the sea.
Right, and I mean, the thing about it is...
Was it her that fell down those stairs?
Language in a way, too.
Erin, I hope you'll come back. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually where it was. He actually was able to say that on some corporate-controlled media, believe it or not. And it was on Fox News. Wow, so they actually did invite Erin on to have a conversation. And I don't like that it's Tucker, but, you know, if he's going to invite people on, I mean, it's the only exposure that they're being offered whatsoever. So, you know, this is a guy who is no stranger to corporate media, but it's been a while since they've had him on, and they're certainly not talking about the Twitter files. So,
nope.
I think the major revelation of the Twitter files so far is that we've discovered an elaborate bureaucracy of what you might call public-private censorship. Basically, companies like Twitter had a system by which they received tens of thousands of requests for action on various accounts, typically through the DHS and the FBI, but these requests were coming from basically every agency in the government. We've seen them from the HHS, from the Treasury, from the DOD, even from the CIA, and they will send basically long lists of accounts in Excel spreadsheet files and ask for action on those accounts, and in many cases, Twitter is complying. Yeah, it's funny, as I was reading these tens of thousands of emails, we would put them into different buckets. So this might be a First Amendment particular issue over here. This might be a revolving door question over here. But then over here, we had a bucket called improper asks. And there you might see something like the FBI asking for user identification or IP addresses or handles, and in some cases, even things like geolocation of individual accounts. Now, the problem is we don't always see the other side of these transactions, but we can definitely see the government asking for these things. So these are things that they're not entitled to, usually without a subpoena or without a warrant, but they're asking for them anyway because they have a very close relationship with these companies. And in some cases, we're not talking about a few accounts, we're talking about thousands of accounts where they're asking for handles or IP addresses or other information. And that, I think, is very dangerous. Yeah.
Again, very dangerous. Look where he was.
No wonder. No wonder.
No wonder.
Okay, that is from the end. That's a scene. Oh God, I love Don. I didn't remember seeing that part. Okay, so that part, the no wonder. Anybody know? All right, who's old enough to know what that's from?
No wonder. No wonder.
No wonder.
Anyone? All right, Reid is definitely not old enough to know what this movie was.
Nope.
Anyone? I'm going to give you a minute in the chat.
If I do, I don't remember that, but
drop it in the chat because I'm dying right now. The name C. Thomas Howell is all I can say. Oh my God! So that was the movie Soul Man, which was cringeworthy.
Yeah, that's a terrible. Yeah, it's very bad.
Cringeworthy, but terrible 80s racist, hilariously funny, but incredible. Think of what's the new Eddie Murphy movie with Jonah Hill, You People. It's basically that movie, except it's You People with college, effectively. Yes, blackface, exactly.
Yeah.
He decides to become a black person, and it's wow, it's terrible in so many ways. Oh my word, it might be. It's bad. So, somebody said bad. Misty. Somebody said Misty on Joyd Reid. Well, we've got to let Misty in here. No.
For the people of East Palestine, it wouldn't. It would be more. Let's not pretend that like Biden going there would change anything for the people of East Palestine. It wouldn't. It would be performative. However, as the president of the United States, when something as catastrophic as that happens in a town in this country, you show the fuck up. That's I don't know. That's a no-brainer. He should have been there like day one, next day, checking on these people, assuring them that he's got their back. I mean, I wouldn't believe them, but I'm talking from an optics perspective here. That's a no-brainer in politics. You show up, you make sure that they understand that you're there for them. You reassure them that, you're going to help help them get the answers that they think that they need or whatever. I mean, it took 10 days for Pete Buttigieg to even mention it. I mean, I don't think Biden mentioned it unless he was specifically asked about it. Like they didn't even talk about it. A small town in Ohio was like, there was a mushroom cloud. There's like chemicals all over the place. And they didn't even mention it. Like, oh no, but and then when Pete Buttigieg was asked about it, he's like, yeah, well, I know that this one's getting a lot of attention, but there's like 1,000 trains doing it. Like it's no big deal. First of all, you're the transportation guy. If there's 1,000 train derailments, maybe you should do something about that. Second of all, this one's getting more attention because it's a big deal. Like
she's just sitting there stunned.
It's mind blowing. It is mind blowing how out of
stunned
touch
into silence. Well,
and I have to think that it's
again, these are
intentional.
fakes.
Like
but they're great.
You really can't be that dumb. They can't be this dumb. I mean, if I'm some
They
chick
can
in
be that
Ohio
dumb,
and I know
Misty.
this.
Just the fact alone that Misty was wearing a WikiLeaks T-shirt, they would never allow that at MSNBC alone. All right.
They might not even know what it is if they were.
Now
someone would have to tell them.
Now, now, I don't know if you could. I can blow up this tweet, but
what's that?
But
what's that
Turncoat
one underneath it?
Turncoat Don, what? Oh, that's the dude running. Well, you can explain why. So Turncoat Don gave me the treatment. Yes, that was from Friday. All right. So of course Joe, who's now back on Twitter, STFU shitlib3. Please follow him. He's
3.
That's my brother. I love him. He actually sent me a message. He's got a new video he wants me to show. I'm like, dude, don't get me deplatformed, please. But let me see what you got. So he said, well, Turncoat and Indy are certainly 100% Russian sympathizer, anti-vax bigots, so full stop. Well, that's because
those are messages.
I did. In my appearance. What? In my appearance on,
what?
Thank you, on Erin Burnett.
You know, rage against war. That's the key. We want to rage against war. Mm-hmm. There's going to be INN members there. Reid will be speaking. Hosta will be speaking. And a huge lineup of speakers that is so impressive and crosses ideological lines, from Tulsi to Ron Paul to Chris Hedges, Max Blumenthal, so many people who I respect, some people who I don't like, and that's okay. I don't have to like everyone that shows up at a rally outside at the
yes, you do.
One of the memorials. Like, God, don't hang out with them and don't talk to them. It's really not that hard. There's going to be plenty of people there to talk to. I mean, if you oppose this war, you're going to show up and forget the people that, you know, you're going to ignore the people that you don't like and focus on the people that you do. And not just on people, but on the fact that you're there to oppose war and show solidarity to oppose war. And you know, coalitions across all kinds of ideological spectrums shows people that this is a big deal.
So that was my 15 minutes or minute 16 there in the spotlight. Thank you again so much to Don. That was touching and surprising, and I had no idea he was going to do it. And of course, you know, Don calling me the anti-vax bigot, full stop. So thank you for telling me to close my DMs. But now,
and that's really it.
That's it. We have to mute that. But now we're going to move on to Joe, of course, who we just talked about. And let me go back to the slideshow for 1 second. Let's put that up on the screen.
Who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people? I don't know. And then we're going to turn the slideshow back on. That would be Joe. but not that Joe.
Yeah.
That would be Joe Rogan. This is Joe. This is INN's Joe. This is
Same
Shut
difference.
the Fuck Up Shitlib
This
3. Okay.
Joe is Joe Rogan's alt.
Oh, and Joe is
Okay.
eternal. Here he is. Oh, he's in chat. Look out. All right. So if I mod Joe, which one's he at? Okay, he's in Indy's chat. So let me go over here. He is modded. So you can drop your link in there. Why is that back at the beginning now? What the hell? Okay, so
Damn,
that's
son,
not live.
where'd you
Yep.
find this?
Okay, thank you. All right, Joe is back. Yay! All right. So now, yeah, no, I would love to do the Joe show. So this is gonna basically be the Joe show for a little bit. Let me go back to the 2-shot so I can now escape out of here. Escape out of here.
Not Joe Pesci.
Not Joe Pesci and a bunch of different Joes. So
Pesci.
Joe decided to make a video of a video of a video.
Of a video of a video?
Of a video of a video. So, let's turn the slideshow off. Now we can fit the whole screen in there. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So imagine, if you would, and this is actually a video that RBN played earlier on their show, and go check out Revolutionary Blackout Network. Go subscribe to them, support them, sign up for their Substack. They're great. Love them to death. But this is actually Joe imagining, or the Vanguard reacting to Don's cut up. So here we go.
That's the video I saw of this guy, Magnus, and he had a Black Lives Matter person with him. He had a gay person with him, and then it was him, and he's a libertarian, and he said, "We seek common ground. We're not your
it's
enemy."
on TYT.
Our enemy. And I was like, let's bring this
It's
guy
on TYT,
on.
and the Vanguard's reacting to it.
They provided
That's
security
even
for
worse.
the Black Lives Matter protests.
they're not.
So they're pro Black Lives Matter, pro LGBTQ. They're anti-war, anti-cop. What else do you guys? That's 4 or 5 out of the top 10 issues I have. We can agree on. We can work on. They demonize me. Like, you can't do that.
What the fuck? Get in here. Are you fucking kidding me? That blew my mind. But anyway, I'm sorry, not to interrupt.
Oh no, you're
How?
about to interrupt, and it's
What?
about to get even worse.
And I'm like, so I literally had a guy come on after I interviewed him from the World Socialist website, and he's supposed to be a union organizer.
Yes.
His name is Jerry something, and I can't remember his last name, and you never heard of it anyway, because this guy's never accomplished a goddamn thing in his life. And he
Name's
came
Jerry
on and
White.
he started to rip me for interviewing that guy. And I go, Jerry, what's your message to that guy? This guy's being affected by the economic crushing from COVID, just like everybody else. What's your message? Don't you have a message to recruit
Had
him? 'Cause if you don't
nothing
have
to
a
answer
message,
for with
the
General
Nazis
Strike
are gonna
either.
Have a message. We got to have a message. And he goes, I don't have a message for that guy. And I'm like, well, that's why nobody ever heard of you. And that's why you've
What
never
a joke.
accomplished
What an
anything in your
absolute
life,
laughing
because that's not how you organize. You know how you organize? Just like Christian Smalls did at
Who,
the Amazon
TYT
warehouse on
or
Staten
yourself?
Island. Now, if you don't know Staten Island, it's all full of Trump voters, and he's a black guy who organized a union of Trump voters on Staten.
Oh, it's so obvious he's catering to the right wing. It's the exact shtick. He's being the right wing's favorite left.
What?
Yeah, so pretty
What?
insane.
Who said?
On Staten Island. And how do you do that? Well, I'll tell you how you don't do it. You don't go to the union floor and go, who here's a Proud Boy? You're out. Who doesn't like Social Security? You're out. Who's against LGBTQ? You're out. Who's a libertarian gun nut? You're out. Okay, who's left? Now let's organize. That's not how you do it. Everybody knows that's not how you organize. The way when people on the left say we're going to organize along class lines,
Zach,
they don't even
Gavin,
realize what they're saying,
any-
because what that
No?
means is organizing
Okay.
with Trumpers.
That's
and
right.
they say, we'll never do that. Well, that's what organizing
Look
along
at
class
Sirota
lines
shaking his
means,
head.
moron. And that's why you haven't accomplished anything in your life except divide the country. Your neighbor's not your enemy. The military-industrial complex is your enemy. Wall Street is your enemy. Big pharma, big insurance, that is your enemy, not your neighbor.
The van at the end is just, mwah. Oh, look at the
Yeah, where's
the
that
little-
van at?
The next things was also very good. Yeah, I mean, Joe knocking it out with Don's video, making the Vanguard react. I mean, Don's like, I don't even know what's real anymore. Like, deepfakes, watching deepfakes of deepfakes, but they're not even deepfakes; they're just fakes. Joe also did an incredible video, And this was an older one that we just published. And it was about a month ago he did one. And obviously, because he's been off Twitter, you probably hadn't seen it. And this is a 4-minute video. And it's kind of, it was the Democrats' worst nightmare. If you remember correctly, during the forced vote, what were the TYT, Sirota, Brian Grimms, etc. worried about was that McCarthy was going to become speaker and that there was a chance that he would become speaker. Well, of course, now he, of course, has become speaker. So here's what Joe had to say about that.
Democratic Congressman Clyburn, he's going to help Kevin McCarthy get elected as Speaker
Oh my God.
of the House.
Eric is the most Vanguard I watched in months
McCarthy
too.
will become Speaker of the House.
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi, I think ultimately at the end of the day, if you really demanded that she actually do something on Medicare for all, it was a choice between letting Kevin McCarthy become Speaker of the House, which would be a very bad thing,
No, it
or doing
wasn't.
something real on Medicare for all. I don't
It
have
wasn't a choice.
confidence that she would care to do the right thing.
That the Sirota video where I couldn't believe how wormy he was trying to slide that
He
past.
was very wormy.
What an asshole, man.
You don't want Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House on January 6th. Just absolute disaster scenario.
Can we go to a friend of the show, David Sirota, and run this by him? Because it was like an asteroid about to hit the Earth. Kevin McCarthy being Speaker of the House.
I would ask you, do you think it would be a good thing for Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House? Just forget about the negotiating part. Forget about
Don't look it up, though.
Answer that question. Is it a good or bad thing
You
for
know?
Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House? Don't deflect. Just answer that goddamn question.
I think would it be better or worse? Who knows?
Yeah, answer the question.
Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House.
You're fucking a Democrat.
Answer it.
If Nancy Pelosi is unwilling to put Medicare for all on the floor, what's the difference?
Answer the question.
What's the
See, you
difference if
won't
Nancy
answer the
Pelosi
question.
is
I'm willing to answer the question and be honest. And
Oh, Kevin McCarthy. They were all screaming that. Every one of these. Kevin McCarthy.
I know.
I didn't even know who the fuck he was when they were saying that. You know that?
If the 10 Justice Democrats had voted president, right now, Kevin McCarthy would be Speaker of the House. That was indisputably
Who
the
said
wrong
they should
strategy.
vote president,
We couldn't force
Jake?
a vote on health care because they said Kevin McCarthy could become Speaker.
Right.
Well, now we still don't have a vote on Medicare for all. And the Democrats are going to help make Kevin McCarthy Speaker.
They're cutting out the
Speaker.
middleman, Jimmy.
So how does the vote for the speakership work? Because there's a lot of confusion over it, and there's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of yelling. Okay.
Yeah, coming
By
from
the way,
him.
If we want to get into a yelling contest, I'll win that one too. But that's not how things should work. There's good reasons to yell.
No. F
No, I
and
know,
F.
because I've been here for 4 hours. Don't give me this. Where's the plane? No, but they told us that 4 hours ago. Is it actually coming? Is it actually coming? Because I literally heard it was coming from the hangar 3 hours ago.
Everybody remembers this is Jank at the
Remember when
airport.
you were afraid that McCarthy could become Speaker if we did something? Well, now we're going to make that dream come true.
Oh, Dave Sirota, don't look up.
Just weird, like, conflicts of interest. He happened to be married to a Democrat, and then there was one video I was watching when he was like, "Yeah, I know some Democrats," and I paused it. I paused it, Rome, and I was like, "What do you mean you know so many Democrats? You're fucking a Democrat."
I've literally been working in this fucking business to try to get the Democrats to do a fucking thing for a quarter century of my life. That's how old I am. Okay, so the idea that I'm not
How's that working
a
out?
person who doesn't want, I'm a person who's just trying to get an establishment. I'm trying to get a job with Nancy Pelosi. I'm trying to get a job with the Democratic establishment.
You're fucking a Democrat.
That is a complete fucking joke.
Well,
just as a human being.
As a human
I
being,
don't
you're
know what the right
misframing
call
this.
is.
Again, the question is a shit
I'm
sandwich
being
better than a
honest.
shit sandwich? Is that what you're saying? Is a shit sandwich better than a shit sandwich? This is not the argument. This is not the argument, David. You are framing the as a human being, you're framing the argument incorrectly. As a human being, you're framing the argument as a human being who needs Medicare for all. People who have this want their healthcare. As a human being, you're framing this incorrectly. As a human being, you're framing it incorrectly. Just so you know, the story is that you're not willing to risk. And I'm asking you, are you willing to risk Nancy Pelosi's speakership to get this done? Are you?
Yeah, 100%, because another
Okay,
candidate can.
so there you have it. Jim Clyburn is going to help that McCarthy become speaker. I bet Cenk Uygur must be thrilled.
If you got a good plan, I swear to God, we're going to go guns blazing all together on it.
Guys like David Sirota are gutless. They don't have fucking balls. He's a liar, an obfuscator, a defender of the establishment.
You're fucking a Democrat.
That's the kind of people telling you to still vote Democrat.
Sirota is one of the most hardcore progressives. You need guys like that on your side.
That's who David Sirota is. The guy doesn't have integrity.
What an asshole, man.
Oh, I used to stand with Sirota and love that dude, and man, he's just become.
Fucking stop.
Yeah, he won't fucking stop. He's been a hell of a disappointment, I must say. So this is a little bit more of a serious type of video that Joe made, and this is gonna probably be a little controversial. We'll see.
Probably get this pulled off YouTube.
You think? Should I run it?
Maybe.
It's already up on YouTube.
Whatever.
It's already on YouTube. I'm running it from our YouTube channel. So if it's off YouTube, then if it gets us pulled, it gets us pulled. But this is Joe put this together, and this was really, really good, really well done. About 5 minutes. And again, I think that you guys probably have missed a lot of this stuff because he's been off Twitter for months, since before Elon censored Shut the Fuck Up Shitlib 2 and at STFU Shitlib 3. Everybody follow Joe back on Twitter. Give him his...
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
I don't know why he keeps doing that.
It'd just be YouTube.
All right, so this is talking about the Black Lives Matter protesters.
I'm probably going to go to jail for it, okay? Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol.
Who's that guy?
Into the Capitol. What?
Huh.
Let's go! What a fucking meeting militia, let's go! Get over here! Let's go! Don't look at me! Come on! Come on, you raving all these lies, let's go!
We should try to find out who is this person. The hearings are tonight, right? Will they talk about this? Who is that little cop waving people in?
As soon as President Trump is finished speaking, we are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Please spread the word.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
Oh, it's not some sort of op? Okay, then what is it?
We are going to the Capitol. It's that direction. That's where our true problems lie.
What's that dude's name again?
We are going to the Capitol.
Ray
Capitol's in that direction.
That's who it is.
Joe said no.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
But how can you not notice that? What? The guy was on tape multiple times telling people to go into the Capitol, and he was never sent to jail for that, while people who just happened to be there did go to jail? And then Adam Kinzinger himself thanked Ray Epps. What is going on here? You're not a conspiracy nut if you have that question. Really?
Why are you letting this happen? Why haven't you called for backup? Where is your backup? This is our damn Capitol building, and y'all are letting it get destroyed on your watch. Fuck all of you. Call for backup. Get some help down here.
What is going on here? Really?
These people want blood.
The officers then escort the crowd into the interior of the Capitol.
And these guys, just standing in the hallway.
You can disagree with it, but respect it.
Welcome to the Capitol. Not stopping.
Disagree with it, but I respect
Why
it.
didn't they? If we could get these questions answered, it wouldn't be a sham hearing tonight.
At 2:47 p.m., police wearing yellow gear closed the
Close
doors.
the doors.
Police presence then increases and no more individuals entered through the Upper West Terrace doors.
Do not go in there.
Yeah, it's Falun Gong stuff, but hey, it's actual footage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cop. That's a Fed 100%.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being opened?
Again, I have to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's
on January
time
the
has
6th.
expired. You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director
with
Reid,
confidential human
gentleman's time has expired.
That's, you know, it's not all fun and games with Joe. Yeah, bravo for Joe. That is, and again, I'm not, I hate the term, I'm not a right winger. I'm an independent. I ask a lot of questions. I look at evidence. I look at all sides. And I'm not going to dismiss one side because of their bias. Usually their bias leads them to expose stuff that people on the other side are trying to protect, like the Hunter Biden laptop, folks. You know, the Hunter Biden laptop was not a right-wing conspiracy theory. It was real. It happened.
Who was that? Who didn't someone leave particular publication for that?
That would be Glenn Greenwald, left The Intercept. Yes.
Who's the DC bureau chief of The Intercept?
A guy named Ryan Crying Grimm. No, Ryan Grimm. Oh, that's
something like that. Autopilot.
So, yeah, it's
old.
Yeah, that's a really well done video, Joe. To ask a lot of the questions that at least sow a seed of doubt into whether this was a set up, some type of controlled thing where it's kind of like, honestly, look, the FBI has been caught doing things like this multiple times where they will infiltrate and embed themselves into a movement. Then they will stoke and suggest violent solutions. They will suggest ways for these people to obtain the weapons and help them plot and plan out that violent solution. And then the person carries it out and they're like, who could have possibly see this happen? I mean,
yeah,
it's unreal. So why were 1/3 of the Capitol police officers on duty that day versus usual? Why were the congressional staffers told not to come in that day? There are a lot of questions that even I have. I'm no fan of Trump. I'm no fan of Joe Biden, but I also don't believe that our entire system is 100% correct. Look, as Fiorella and Pasta have shown and proven multiple times, that there are questions about chain of custody, that there are questions about ballot flipping, that there are questions about screens that change and, you know, complete total ballot selections in Texas that were across the board. And these were by Democratic people that were looking at this. This is since 2016. It wasn't really fixed for 2020. You had the Shadow app. You had the whole mess with New Hampshire. Every state that Bernie seemed to win, they seemed to have very delayed reporting. The exit polls, I had a big question over the exit polls. There's a lot of questions with regard, in my mind, to the 2020. This was another whole spectacle. And I still feel like J6 was in some ways allowed by the Capitol Police in order to terrorize Congress to a point, scare the heck out of them into getting them defunding into not defunding the police. That's my personal
You
belief.
mean like what they did in Brazil not that long after? Okay.
That's my personal belief. You know, that's not based
DOJ members are
and that's based on
completely covering
all of the footage and all of the evidence and everything that I've seen.
keepers.
But that's still my opinion. Okay, so I got one more Joe video here for tonight, and then we can get to boats. I know what time it is. So let's get to this one. This was marking Joe's return to Twitter. And this one has gotten, you can see, over 14,000 views. And it's imagining Jimmy Dore went to the World Economic Forum? What?
Please welcome Klaus Schwab.
Very cordial welcome
to the 2023 annual meeting. Our next speaker is a truth teller. He has called out my bullshit. Please welcome the great Jimmy Dore, jag-off comedian. Author, give a round of applause.
Damn, Jimmy's moving.
It's as if a foreign government has taken over America and is trying to destroy it. But it's not a foreign government. It's our government. It's kind of hilarious. Think of the United States as a car. And your car broke down on the freeway and it's out of gas. Everybody knows you want to put more gas in it. Instead, what the government did was they came in, they stole the tires and ripped the radio out of it. People have no idea what's coming or what really happened. They still think we can fix this. They have no idea that the country has been given over to rapacious oligarchs, and our country's not going to look the same coming out of this ever. And the people who were supposed to do something about this and step on the brake pedal and sound the alarm did not do that. And this is an unbelievable failure and a collapse of government, the Democratic Party, and our entire society. And Bernie's voting for it. And if you're not angry about that, that's a defect inside of your personality and your intellect, because you don't know exactly what's happening and you don't realize the seriousness of the situation.
There were technical difficulties at the WEF broadcast. How about that? Oh, Joe, that was great. That actually got a like and a retweet out of Jimmy. 60,000 views on the tweet. 54 retweets on this one, and there were a bunch of different ones. INN had one. So at STFU shitlib3, go give him a follow. Go hook up our brother Joe. INN's Joe.
Yep.
All right. So I think
Joseph.
Hang on. Did he send me the link? Let's see if he sent me the link. Don't play it.
Joseph.
Nice.
Put your link to your YouTube, weirdo.
Yeah, don't play it.
Where's it at?
No, what? It's
put it in there.
Oh, it's youtube.com/STFU shitlib2. I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Electric Boogaloo.
No, it's not. It should be, but he didn't claim that, though he claimed his vanity name. So let's go to his, and I'll drop it. It is.
It's hard to find, by the way. There it is.
It's the @ symbol. youtube.com/@STFU shitlib2.
Shut the fuck up, shitlib2. That's what it is.
There you go.
God, marketing, bro. We got to work on it. We're gonna get there. You know,
we'll get you there.
Like,
so. Oh no, chat got messed up. What happened to chat? I lost chat. Okay. All right. Well, that's news. I mean, there wasn't much news. I mean, there was a lot of news this week. There was East Palestine. I mean, there were a lot of things a lot of people covered, but we covered censorship.
Yep. We covered
and we covered the coal miners, which I didn't see anybody else really talking about in our world. We're not going to talk about the Mike Figueredo video versus Mike Figueredo, so that was really funny. You should definitely check that out on Joe's channel. You can find that one on
your own.
Here, but just so you can see, this is what Joe's channel looks like. Let me blow that up a little bit. You can see his angry beard face over there. Our brother Joe, he's already up to 500 subs. That means he can now do posts.
Joe, also change your logo to the new logo. You know, you can put your new logo in that logo.
So the Don video was called Anti-vaxxer Turncoat D, the right wing's favorite lefty. I think we watched that one tonight. And then tonight he did the Lost Tapes unaired Jimmy Dore speech, and I did not do this one, but he posted that an hour ago. So
nice.
Go check that out. I think that's another one of those deepfake things where he's doing a face smash.
Fantastic.
All right. So let's
Fantastic.
Oh my God. What is that?
What?
That's what she said.
Huh?
Yep. So,
are we ready?
I think we're ready.
And I watch mindless shit. Boats that smash into other boats.
Ready for boats?
I am.
I think we're ready for boats.
Ready for boats. Boats.
just that.
Nice.
Just that.
He's just going down. I salute you, sir.
Let's refresh these.
I salute you, sir. Hopefully this is going to look good on the vertical version. We're recording this in vertical because OBS allows us to do that now.
And he's going to clip up each individual one and put it on INN's Instagram.
Oh my god. That would be terrible. And time consuming.
Like, look at
that's a lot of
all
wood.
the Lincoln logs fell off. Like,
I think you could have bundled that a little better. For fuck's sake, yeah. Oh, and there goes another one. Did you see the other one in the background get hit?
Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
No, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. What else we got?
Oof.
Do you have to smoke
That's
to be
Bob.
a Rasta?
No, man. But in this time, I mean, like, for instance, you're reaching a sense where you're strong enough, can take a little smoke. So when all them car pass, although you live in the city, you don't hear it because you're thinking. Differently if you just live so. Then, you know what I mean, the whole world confused you and you're worried and you don't have no time to think. And herb is a thing that give you a little time for yourself so you can live, if you use it.
What about alcohol?
Alcohol make you drunk, man. It don't make you meditate. It just make you drunk. When you drink alcohol, you don't meditate. You're more get-headed. Herb is more a consciousness.
So when you ask your dealer for consciousness, you know?
Okay, we just got copyright claimed for sure.
Did we?
No, but I'm sure
from
we
like
did
a
from
video
that.
from like.
Oh yeah, that was definitely like CBS or one of the networks, you know, interviewing Mike Wallace or one of those guys. Okay, and
Probably some Nardwar. What?
What is?
And what do you think goes in it?
Oh no. Okay. Oh, it's a roach. It's literally a roach clip.
Yep.
Nice.
Yay! So you need to do is figure out how to make this make fire. The little angler fish, like end. You know. Very nice though. Wu-Tang is forever, as well.
Motherfuckers.
So, look at this fucking bullshit, dude.
Oh my.
Like
no. Okay. Yeah. New York sour teas.
Yeah.
Bro.
And New York haze.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Bruh.
9/11 pack. Oh god.
Hey, New York haze and New York sour D. Wow. In a Tower H. Oh my lord.
Nope.
Yeah. You played yourself.
Oh my god. Look at it.
World of hash.
Bask in the glory.
Is that Keef and hash?
That is just that's like
is that
moon
a hash,
rocks that
a
they're
hash
just
dog?
putting into hash. Yeah, it's like a hash blunt. Yes.
Like a hot dog hash?
Yes, Ricky. That is yes.
A hash dog.
It's like
it's a hash dog. What's he gonna do with that?
It's like a hash blunt. Yeah, I hope smoke it just like that.
It's more like a hash empanada.
Empanada? Yeah. A hash panada. What?
Sure.
Look at Purple
this is just
hash.
Gooey, goo.
This is like moon rock. Oh God.
Okay. I'm high.
What?
Next.
Yep. You're high just looking at it.
Look at his fingers. Holy shit.
I know. Like, why are you doing that with your fingers? Stop it. When people try to insult me by calling me a stoner, excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
That's
you fucking
accurate.
It is accurate. Have you watched that with the kids yet?
No, thankfully. Oh,
Toy Story.
Will you stop with the fucking packages of weed, will you? Oh my lord. You're making like this shit makes me not want to smoke weed. Like not really.
Like
but
what?
Almost.
Like fuck you.
I enjoy it. No, you don't.
I was like,
well,
oh hell nah.
Well, Nancy.
Seeds and stems.
Yeah.
Seeds and stems.
Nancy would enjoy that.
I like it better than anything else.
Yeah, this would be her favorite because it's the money laundering kind.
Do you want pizza? Do you want pizza?
That's weedza.
Weedza, yeah. The Leaning Tower of Pizza. This will never be better than a blunt. Do you notice something, Indy? Do you notice anything?
I certainly do.
Okay. Bro, he high AF. He got his sandals on the wrong feet. Like
that or he can't tell, but Independent Left Shop and you can get yourself a pair of Bongfather slippers, or you can go to indienews.shop. I think it's indienews.shop, right? And you can get yourself a pair of INN slippers. Oh boy. I think he's going to be surprised.
Refreshing. He's surprised? What's his motivation?
You know,
and action.
You know why I put you over?
Huh?
Do you know why I put you over?
Because I was at the stop sign for too long?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why was you just sitting there?
I was just waiting for it to turn green.
I feel it's better than running through it. Where you headed?
I'm headed home.
Okay, where you live?
With my parents.
Okay, and where do your parents live?
They live with me.
Okay, and where do you all live?
We all live together.
Okay, so where's your house?
It's next to my neighbor's house.
And where's your neighbor's house?
Ooh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Next to my house.
Step out the car, please.
I'm going to jail?
Yep.
That's a bit.
That's a bitch. Nice.
Bitch.
That's real funny. That's a bitch. No, I'll probably do
Dad Zone.
Dad Zone. This is where we'll probably end up doing the vertical.
Yep.
Oh, I need Dad Zone this week.
Just picks him right back up.
Nope. Keep going, dude.
Like, I love that.
Yep.
Wee. He just makes a little fucking frame.
Nice.
When the brownie didn't kick in, so you ate 2 more, and now you have to concentrate on not dying.
Yeah. I see. I'm missing Warren. Kitty.
I know, right?
We
Brother
can't,
sent me this
use
video
that
of what
anymore.
he woke up to this morning.
Looks like a screen. Yes.
Yeah. So this is what he woke up to. Hold on. You gotta have your sound up for this one.
Sounds up.
Just that. Like, can I get the zoom on it?
He's there we go.
You know?
That's. If I had heard the crash and then, that would have been funnier.
Do you know this guy?
Do
you know this guy?
What's his name? Mike Trout? Yeah, I do know who he is. He's pretty popular. He's a pretty good baseball player. He's only one of the best in the world.
Only one of the best in the world?
That's all.
There was a guy on Reddit that was like painting Mike Trout till the strike is over.
Yes.
Like every day.
I remember that.
You know?
And he got really good.
Just with like stick figures. Yeah, they got
Dude, it
really
lasted
good.
like 300 days and he really learned.
Yeah.
The guy got skills.
My goodness, are you okay? Are you okay? I didn't mean that.
Did you catch it?
Oh, I got it. He gave him a wrestling move and he played it off perfectly.
He hit the door, yeah.
He did it beautifully.
This kid plays it off perfectly.
The kid
as well.
sold it. He sold it hard.
I gotta refresh it.
Damn it. I like this shadow better
Just
than
in a
ESPN.
refreshing works.
Nice. Yep.
And
Desert Mantis, good to see you. Screw Google.
Aqui tem coisas muito boas e muito baratas.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay.
It's just him going across like that.
Ow. Ow. We should ow.
Yeah. This was just fucking adorable. This is like you get a win if this is on the plane, you know?
The giggly kid?
Yeah. He's probably watching boats.
I've definitely had the giggly kid before.
Yeah. Giggly kid, best kid. This kid, on the other hand, though.
Hey Hadley.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me why we got pulled over?
Yeah.
What happened? Go ahead, tell me.
I threw something out the window.
What
So
was
you're
it?
gonna pay for this ticket, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't throw things out.
What was it? I want to know what it was.
You wanted to know what it was?
I
It was a
definitely want to
grenade.
know what it was. To get him pulled over by the cops? Damn. Desert Mantis, I also dislike the seat kicking kid, but the seat kicking adult behind you, the one whose knees are constantly in the seat. Oh man, that makes me crazy.
All right, here you go. When you think your sister's bottle has regular milk.
That has boob juice in it.
I know that.
Yes, it does.
What? Fucking boob juice. She called it boob juice. Oh god, this one is fucking. Have you gotten one of these yet?
No.
The
jumping
gifts
the
with the
Jack in the
stuff in it.
Box?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word. No, we have not gotten one of those. Oh my
They're
God.
butterflies, buddy. They're
That freaked out
terrified.
the
They
baby.
now have a phobia of butterflies. Oh my god, I love this fucking subreddit. You ready? See if you caught the moment he knew he fucked up. Okay?
Okay. Oh, the moment he was swinging out and
he literally says, "Oh no." Oh no!
Ow! Yeah, ow. Oh.
Oh god.
Yikes.
That kid's gonna have CTE now. That's a concussion for
Holy
sure.
shit.
Holy shit. Action.
Dirt in the mouth. Oh.
This is an art piece titled "A Toddler in the Wild."
And now it's a toddler with a goatee.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like dirt. Okay.
Well. Cleaning off a child with brown stuff all over them is not really what I want to look at right
now. Oh, funny.
Show Daddy how you blur bubbles. Dip, dip, dip. Dip, 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 dip. Okay, now go blow 'em.
Oh! Yeah, that didn't taste so good. Mother always said,
"Oh, yeah, we got a bubble."
Oh. How'd that taste, buddy? Do you need a drink of water?
Yeah, you got a bubble.
You know, my mother always said, you know, if you talk like that, you're gonna get your mouth washed out with soap and
soap.
Yeah. Well.
Speaking of which,
Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word? You motherfucking bitch!
like,
oh, that is about to happen in my house.
Can I say a bad word? You motherfucking bitch!
Can I say a bad word? She asked for permission, and because her mom was on the phone and not paying attention, she said, yeah. So mom's going to get spanked in the face. If anything, that was the title, was someone's going to get spanked in the face.
Indie sleeping? Wake up. Wake up.
Oh, look.
Wake up.
She's got good form. She's almost got him in a sleeper. Is this supposed to be sound?
Yeah, I know, right? Gotta catch a darse real quick. No, there's no sound. Nah, just
wrap up that other arm.
Oil check.
Now pull his other arm. Oh! Hey, now. Exit only, sweetheart. Yo. That's... Yo. I would not hit my kid, but damn, man. That's trying on my patience. You play with my emotions. You play with my emotions.
Speaking of,
oh no.
Sock. Get sock on. Must have sock. Ah, fuck this sock.
Nice.
Fucking, he got the fucking.
That's a serious
spin around
kid,
on
though.
that one.
He's a chunker. That's a dorbs. Man got no chill. That's because his parents put sock-ons and he still got them off. Damn it. You didn't even know what those are
You
because
gotta
you're
pay
not a
attention
parent.
to sound on this one.
I'm watching.
Sound is important.
Listening.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Give me more nanas.
Give me more nanas. And the fucking kid looked at him like, "Wah."
What?
More nanas.
Ah.
Ah. She looked into my
Nanas.
soul. All right,
This
Pet Zone.
boy.
Oh, it's coming off the whisker.
Yeah. And then he tries to move to get it, and it's fucking gone.
Well, it's not just that he tries to
which
move.
is
He's just
equally as funny.
He's got enough on his head that it'll keep rolling off, and he doesn't need to be under the water anymore.
Yep.
He's a smart boy. What the hell?
What is this one doing?
Oh.
Good job, baby.
Is he doing Brewster? Oh, he just licked his
I
asshole right
don't
before
know.
that. But that's nice. Yes, I do remember kids say the darndest things, Kate. That is kind of
All right.
this, but kids are fucking
Indy, I know you
stupid. Reddit.
I know you don't know how to eat these.
Bonans. Oh, no bonans.
But
not like
you
this.
have to learn how to eat bananas. You got to get your potassium,
I'm
right?
guessing not like this. Bonans. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, delicious.
That was some MacGyver shit right there.
Like
That's bonans.
I'm
gonna make the whole thing disappear.
Like, whole thing gone. Bye-bye. This is my magic trick.
Like a boss, as Rick says.
This one's just cute. Like, look at fucking chonky boy. Look at him being chonky. Oh my god, I gotta put that. It's cold. I gotta put it on my tail. Oh my god, what did I sniff? Fucking dude's face at the end.
Bro's gotta skip a couple meals here.
Yeah.
Iffy cat's gotta be a little diet cat.
Nice. Like, this is just cute. Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh. Ah!
Cartoon faces. Oh.
This is just very cute.
Who are these people?
That's right. Thank you, Go Start.
Cute kiddies. Oh no, what did Kitty do?
Well,
Kitty steal fish. Kitty got caught. FBI take Kitty away.
And
no,
we never
Kitty.
see Kitty again. ACAB, folks. ACAB.
ACAB. This fucking one.
You feed them, you raise them, you send them to school, and they're still fucking stupid!
The fuck is she going?
The fuck is she going?
That's a cow on the
roof. That was
roof.
a cow on the roof. Yep. There's a cow on the roof. Doghouse. Like, it's a doghouse.
It's literally
This is what a
the
doghouse
shape-
looks like.
It's literally, oh my god. He can put his feet in there and everything.
This is the best doghouse. I
Oh
really
my
hope
God.
it's just like,
I don't
there's
think
like
that-
a little platform here,
I don't think
right?
that
And
thing
it's
would
just
keep
open
his-
on the back.
I don't think that would keep his nose dry.
You know? You don't think that would keep his nose dry? Okay. Okay, I see your priorities.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Yo, look at this.
Oh,
Look
you
at
don't
this.
want to
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
It's coming, bro. It's coming.
Whatever's
it's coming.
coming behind
Yeah,
it, that's a
pull
gator.
it. Oh shit.
Ooh, the-
Cabello,
Oh,
everyone.
shit, man. This is so close, man.
Boudreaux.
Help
Oh,
me, man.
but
What the?
holy shit!
What the fuck, man? What the?
Exactly. What the fuck?
What? Oh wait, I gotta see that again. He just turned around and went,
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, man. This is so close,
"You're
man.
next, fucker."
Help me, man. What the?
Fucking-
How did he keep him out of the boat? That's what I want to know. He lunged.
Yeah.
How did he keep him out of? Did he punch him in the
Right.
face? Punch him in the face, Ed.
Punch him in the face, Ed. Which was this? I have so many questions, is what this one's called.
What in her nation?
Riddle me this, Batman.
Is that the Gimp? Oh, that's like some kind of weird sex thing. Some kind of weird submissive.
No, it's not a sex thing.
Some kind of weird submissive. Oh, it,
Mm-mm. No, he's just being his true self, man.
bro,
You know?
I don't even know what to do with that. Honestly, like,
You don't even know what even is that.
Stunned into silence. Well,
what?
Watch your font and your typeface, everyone. That is supposed to be a K, not an N.
Yep.
Watch your typeface, everyone. Watch your typeface.
Porn is safe. Support your local farmers at farmersonly.com.
The Hog Farmers Association of Oakland, Inc. Guys, I think
Oakland, Inc.
Look, go back to it. Go back to that. That was at the bottom of the sign.
Okay. I think it's Filipino.
The
Hog Farmers Association of
Davao.
Davao Incorporated. Diao.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyone know? Tag along.
I didn't know that there was a Hog Farmers Association of Davao Incorporated alone. I would think that there would be
only farmers.
Yep. Watch me plow the dirt.
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I would not. Don't go to the comments on that one, guys.
Yeah, the comments sometimes are a silly place.
Come on, let's.
Muchas gracias, afición. Este es para vosotros.
Oh my god!
You want to see it again? You want to see it again?
How can I not want to see that again?
Muchas gracias, afición. Este es para vosotros.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this one. This one's amazing. People probably have seen this one. But, you know, we got to support our boys in blue, you know? Oh! I really hope he falls again.
Oh man, I don't want to see what happened at the end of this video.
Yeah,
Notice
I know,
how
right?
it ends here, because we all know how it's gonna end. Oh,
Get your ass up, he says. Yeah, how'd you even do that? Do you want to see the fall again? Probably, right?
I want to reallocate and fire all these freaking thumbs. Reallocate the funds.
Rick Sola says pigs can't run in the snow.
Well, yeah, we do know that. You're right there, Rick.
Here you go. You can do this with your lady.
Uh-oh.
2, 1. 1, 2.
What is she?
Doink.
That's nice.
It's
Dude,
funny.
do you know how hard that hurts to get hit in the head by a 16-ounce freaking pendulum swinging bottle of water on your forehead?
What? Watch this then.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Ow! And down she goes. And out she goes.
Oh fuck, dude.
She's gonna take a little nap now. Ow.
Fuck, that hurt, she says.
Yeah, it did.
Ow.
That's gonna leave a mark. That is definitely gonna leave a mark.
Said.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that like shit whipped into fucking, oh my god.
Nice. He turned his
so
cast
good.
into Thanos.
I love that so much.
Amazing.
This is the best video I've ever seen.
I said before, you want to get up here like this and start with your arm up. Don't reach like this. Just want to put your arm up to like mine's 15, all right? And then what you want to do is you get one step. So you want to move back far enough you can get that one step. See the form? Okay. You're gonna get like this. Alright?
Oh
When you
no.
go, you get into this location here, and then you're gonna explode up just like that, alright? So I'm gonna show you how to do that.
Oh no. Oh, I see face going in the wall.
Any day.
He didn't even get off the fucking floor, dude. Like,
Wow.
he had the best form though.
All the momentum.
The form
in the
was
world.
amazing. He like
Can you
literally
pause
pulled
it?
the
Can you pause it
momentum.
when he's midair? Thank you.
Yeah, I can.
He's got about
he's
a
like an
1-inch
inch
vertical.
off the ground.
About a 1-inch vertical. That is impressive.
He definitely pulled it. Like he was like.
You got 16. So,
You got
when you
16.
do this, you really want to extend so you get that height. Alright?
But
hey, you really want to extend.
Don't people would
You want to extend.
Aren't
Sorry.
taller people
Triple extension.
What the fuck is that? Anyway.
What the fuck is that?
Oh.
Wanted to surprise the wife.
It's called black ice, folks. Oh! Oh! Down I went. I just went down. Ow. Oh, that hurt.
Did you?
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that last one really. Her going down on the black. Oh, elbowing right in the nuts.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I felt that. I felt that.
She's been wanting to do that all week, dude. She pulled the hose out and got it fucking.
I felt that. Yeah, he came in with flowers. That's heard on the Jets. They said it'd feel nice. It'd feel nice. They said. Here we go.
Yep. Hold on, I'm getting to
Jet
it.
goes.
I'm getting to it.
Oh boy. Come on. Wow. He had a squirter. Damn, I want to see that again.
Glasses on.
I want to see that again.
Okay. Can do, boss.
I don't think he had glasses on. I do not think he had glasses on. Oh.
Dude, look at all these Chinese spy balloons. Look at all the spy balloons. I just think that's
Where
cool.
are the people?
They're there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. A normal day in Russia.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Of the hammer can hold the nail for the first swing.
Uh-oh.
Nail head, back of hammer, wedge.
Come on. No fucking what claw going right through the wall. What? Wow, that fucked me up too. Damn, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. It's only gonna work with like longer nails.
Real
but...
long nails, but damn.
And it's also look at the claw type he has. Right? Like if you have the regular like framing claw, it might not be like
No, it's a curved claw.
It's gonna be harder
a regular
to do.
it's a regular
yeah.
My hammer looks like that. I would think that it would put the claws in the wall, but
well, yeah, but you're not hitting like you're like
the first hit like
you're
that.
really hitting with like this part.
I'm with you.
You know.
I'm with you. Okay.
Look, it's nice.
Oh.
Putin on ice.
Hello. It is Boss Vlad.
Hello, it's me, Putin.
I go play hockey.
I win hockey game for Russia.
I score 17 goals. It was completely... Oh!
And down he goes.
Oh, we do not skate
I'm up. I'm back
we
again.
do not skate on red carpet.
I am not like Biden.
We do not
We
skate
do
on
not
red
skate
carpet.
on red carpet.
No skate on red carpet.
No. Oh my god, this fucking asshole, dude. Holy shit.
Hold on, ladies. I forgot the shoulder straps. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Got him.
He slowed it down by the second. Ah! Show me the camera. Show me the camera. Oh my god. Bro. You want to kill grandma? Fuck you, man. That's so fucked up.
Dude, yeah, I know, man.
Holy shit. That's so mean to do to grandma. That's some cool grandmas that came off there laughing at least. Okay, this is not in America. My guess is that it's in Vietnam or in China.
Is that like a Circle K?
Yes, but I'm looking at the license plate and I can tell that that is a what the hell's the name of that?
It's like European or Australian
it's actually a Vietnamese
Land Rover
designed truck. And they
Is
just
Land
started
Rover.
they just started opening up dealerships here. No, it might be a Land Rover.
It looks like it says.
I see the Land Rover badge down there, maybe, but what's about to happen? Uh-oh. It's gonna come back. We're gonna take the door off. Don't break the machine. Don't break the machine. It's gonna break the car and the machine. I am the machine.
And then it goes this way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I broke your door,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I lifted up the trunk.
And then which way do we go?
Backwards, forwards?
Like if it goes fucking back and like fucking just puts it on the floor.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Oh fuck, dude.
Oh, that's not good. Oh.
What do you think would have happened to this car?
That's an
I love this shit like this.
No.
El Camaxo. Like, what is that?
Racing stripes.
What is that?
He's ready to race.
I guess.
Got the dually in the back.
Yeah,
and
what's he
everything.
what like? Yeah, what's this trailer for?
He's a lowrider. You know what? I'll tell you what it is. Go back. That is the platform where they play music during the parade.
Okay. Gotcha. Or it's like you put bikes on it and like strap it down, you know, for
but
like race bikes.
You'll need
or
a
something.
ramp.
Who knows?
You need like some kind of ramp to do that, but yeah. The El Camino
The
looking
new
fire.
El Camino looking fire.
The El Camino.
More like El Camaxo.
Yep.
El Camino Supreme.
Yeah, we got all those. Cucumber lime flavored car, that's right. Ooh, I think
like.
Is that Yeti?
Put wrench on impact and fucking.
Oh. Shit. Bad idea. Yep. Put the Put the thing down.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Fucking, you good? So meanwhile in Ohio.
Oh no. Do they not have like arms that come down for cars?
Red light.
Train,
Red
train,
light. Red light.
train,
Yeah, you. Red
everybody.
light.
What happened? Like they don't have gates?
Red light to you. Hey,
Oh my
hey.
god. Oh my word. Where is that they don't have like gates?
What? Don't know.
Damn. This is what we call two bears, one cave.
Two bears, one cave.
This is
I will
Bird.
always make sure that I can
This is Bird
keep my
Reef
body
right here.
healthy enough so that I will never quit drinking. I will always make sure that I can keep my body healthy enough so that I can always drink. I love seeing a sunrise with a cocktail, seeing a sunset with a cocktail, having friends walk into your house with a bottle of wine, getting on a plane. Can I get you something? Double Jack on the rocks, lots of rocks. I love the moment someone says, "Hey, we should get a drink," and you're not supposed to. That feeling, it's like a first kiss. You don't get that first kiss when you're married. You get to have those first drinks. At a brunch, someone goes, "Should we do mimosas?" And then the waiter goes, "Actually, we have bottomless mimosas." And you're like, "This is gonna be the best day ever."
Dude, you just hyped me the fuck up. That was like a locker room speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty inspirational.
I should speak at AA meetings.
Oh god. Oh, Bert Kreischer, everybody.
Look, horsey.
What could go wrong? Oh. Bap. Didn't your mother teach you
wild
to stay
horses
away?
on the beach?
Didn't your mother tell you to stay away from the back of a horse? I know mine did.
You would think. She'd also have to teach him not to wear that Speedo, which didn't happen.
Oh, we missed a killer comment by Screw Google. That's a Buick LeSabre, bruh. What the fuck you doing?
What the fuck you doing?
Dude, that's
Yeah,
great.
Okay, this one's just amazing.
I passed out.
Oh. He literally deprived himself of oxygen to his brain.
Yep.
Wow.
And passed out and smashed into the fucking. Can I get it? Can I get the pause right on it?
Bro,
is
the
what I wanna know.
asphyxiation. What oh. Kissing that mirror.
Fucking into the mirror.
Dude, fuck you, TikTok. TikTok assholes.
I know, right? To hide guns from the Australian government.
Oh,
there was an attempt.
Shrimp on the barbie.
Just a couch at a place in the suburbs. No, not by a long shot.
Oh, wow.
The police reaction. Seeing
look
the
at that
secret entrance
shit.
revealed to a gun lover's treasure trove. Officers finding a range of weapons at the property, handguns, shotguns, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, plus a workbench equipped to modify firearms, even an underground shooting range.
Look at
complete
that.
with pulley system to set the target.
Holy
Bunker,
shit.
An underground shooting range, an arsenal of high-powered firearms right in suburban Perth. It's just incredible.
The stash
Underground
also
shooting
included
range.
a
Wow.
50 caliber rifle with ammo, a weapon designed to penetrate armored vehicles.
Okay, so you think he might be
We
Intel?
also found a suppressor. Suppressors like a silencer. That's illegal. Body armor, illegal.
That's illegal?
Unsecured ammunition and unlicensed ammunition, illegal.
I mean, there
Across
are crazies
Australia,
all
it's
over the
fear
world,
of
but
police that guns
preppers.
like these can and do end up in criminal hands.
My heart sinks every time I see a firearms burglary where more than 10, sometimes 20 and 30 firearms are being taken from a house.
The bunker builder,
God,
there
that
in the
table
orange
looks nice.
shirt, former professional fighter David Iceman Letizia, pleading guilty to several firearms charges. He was fined just over $3,000 with the weapons destroyed.
I mean, come on,
He's
dude.
also
His
been
name is the
charged with building
Iceman.
it without
Like, what do you
council
think?
approval. Paul Kadak.
He got fined $3,000. How much you think he spent on those guns and to modify his house and to make that range and everything?
Yeah, like that was like one of those guns, dude.
Bro, taking away those guns was a lot worse for him than fining him $3,000. What?
Yeah.
What? They should have fined him $300,000.
This is why you listen. This is why you listen to your friends, Indy.
Oh no! That I heard that. Oh, that hurt.
You're like, ah.
No. That would have been ending with it. You could have ended that with a bang.
Yeah. I got those. Fucking work.
The PA
God damn
system.
it, I hate work.
Goddamn speakers.
Fucking piece of shit.
Get back to work. Back to work, asshole. Right? That's welcome to capitalism.
You'll know why I found this funny.
Sierra, banana.
Oh my god. Banana.
Banana.
Sierra.
Bonan.
Banana.
Banana.
What the heck? Look at Reef headbanging it out. Nice.
I know, it's like someone should put music.
It sounds
to
like
that.
my alarm clock.
What could go wrong attempting bicycle stunts?
Nice. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That will leave a mark tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
He's gonna need some compression.
Like I want someone to just like do one of those dance videos and just put this in the cut, like fucking doing air flares. But how like he somersaulted over his neck.
Yep. Next.
Like what?
Looks like my mom.
Loogie of dust. I am confident. Yeah, that's obvious. Dead eyes?
The ship's haunted.
Like your face. Ripper Podunk.
I'm buying a cow.
Sounds about right.
Bad lip reading.
Crinkly love stick. Oh no. You're fine. Danger glands. I found a tack in my flip-flop and now I'm suing. It tracks. Old man tycoon.
Remember, speak up. Tonight I'm partying. I have 4 stork eggs and a pony. You'll love it.
Not joining you. Ox cord.
Are there any snacks?
Think there's some raisins. Prince of Rare.
Enchanté.
I will off you. Queen of sneezing. The neck hurts? Go tell a friend. Domehead.
Everybody heard you.
Because they're supposed to. Shart in the forest.
Oh my god.
I love big arteries. Of course you do.
Wow. Shart in the forest.
I love big arteries.
Shart in the forest. Yeah, MTG. That's about right.
This is a lesson to all you out there.
Last year, I went very, very viral because I was selling my farts in a jar. And unfortunately, I was hospitalized because I got a little bit overzealous and was producing too many farts and ended up in the emergency room because I thought I was having a heart attack, but it turned out to just be gas pains.
It was a fart attack.
So I made about $200,000 selling my farts in the jar, but I was forced into an early retirement.
I remember this. I remember when she was selling her farts. I wouldn't want to say that I own a jar, but I don't.
These are just walking impressions Okay. Here's Biden. Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
The Democratic president. Oh, what's that over there? Here's Trump. Fucking. Yeah, it's very good. Hey, looking out. Nice to meet you. Fucking. Okay.
Macron, like, stick up the ass stiff.
Yeah.
Fast.
Erdogan. Putin.
Bojo the
Boris
Clown.
Johnson is amazing.
Bojo the Clown. You messed up the hair too. Trudeau with the sleeves rolled up. Nice.
Fucking does a little twirl.
Does the pirouette, yeah. Yeah, Olaf, aha.
Van der Bellen. Fucking. Okay. I'm coming. This fucking. These are so good.
Wow. Zelensky? Wow.
Like, those are pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good for warmongers and imperialists. Yep. Pretty
We
good.
gotta get some cheese.
Cheese.
Ah!
Where's cheese?
Fucking the whole, like, God, why does it freeze?
Was the whole Dore cheese?
Yes, the whole Dore cheese.
There's cheese on my door. What is with your internet?
I bet. I don't know. It just does this.
Reddit
and watch, I
doesn't
click
like you.
right there, and it's like, no.
Reddit does not like you.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't like the last like 5 seconds of videos.
Reddit no like you. Yeah, Kamishwari K wants to know, how do you find all these clips? He spends hours watching this shit on Reddit nonstop, and I watch with him, but this stuff he curates on his own without me. So that means he's watching even more shit on Reddit without me.
fucking door came off, dude. Anyway. This one's good. And then we got some bangs after this, I think.
I just woke up, but there's one thing that I warn you about when you move to Queensland, and it's the fucking frogs in the dunny. Oh, like I'm sick of going to the toilet, living in fear of frogs gonna jump up and slap me on the panani. Like, look at this shit.
Whoa.
It's like a fucking toilet without something touching me lips. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Toilet without something touching me lips.
Bro, that would freak me out too. If there was a hand that grabbed the from underneath the bowl like that.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this does not look like a good idea.
Anyway.
He's standing on ice, folks. And he's gonna melt the ice.
You ready for bangs?
Oh no, I'm not ready for this. Because he's not wearing pants.
Hey.
Next. Oh, this is not gonna be fun.
That's what you notice.
Yes.
Last sec.
I notice a lot.
Yeah,
but...
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Boom! Oh God!
Holy crap! Oh my gosh! That was insane!
Yeah.
They look exactly like who you thought they'd look like.
Yep.
Excuse me. And action. I would run at that point. I would run.
That's fire.
That's water I got in the forge.
What?
That's what happened. Okay. Last one.
Nope.
Holy shit.
Where's the
They like
dude?
blew the fucking hubcap off.
It blew the dude off.
No, the dude's there. Dude's
Oh,
like
no.
back there. There he
Oh
is.
no, he lost his shirt, man.
blew his shirt off though.
Holy
Like,
shit.
Suddenly Bert Kreischer.
Stop.
Anyway,
man.
that's boats, everybody. Hey, how about that?
How about putting your thing back? There you go. Wow. So, this is the article that I wrote at Substack. Our new mission, which is to unplug from corporate media. And the thesis is that we need to destroy the influence peddling machine that is the corporate controlled media. And it's not really that big a lift, but it's kind of a big lift. This is over at indiemedia.today. It's pinned at the top. There's a Joe video in there. And it's me ranting and yelling at the moon. But yell at the moon with me, and appreciate everybody going and liking it and sharing it. And bottom line is the thesis is we got to unplug. We've got to stop feeding into their narratives and letting them control the narrative through all different kinds of media, not just news, Netflix, Disney Plus, NFL, UFC, unfortunately, though I hate to say it.
If you haven't, dude, I don't, Russian link, man. I have Russian link.
Well, that's true. That is true. But I do not know anything about that.
My brothers in Dagestan, give me Russian link. God.
I'm going to turn on the rock.
But yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you probably should do that, or I'll kick you. I'll go there and I'll kick you if you don't subscribe.
Well,
better do it.
That is Rockfin and in the black, and that is Rumble in the blue on the right. We do have chats there too, which is great. Thank you for chatting over there, and good to see everyone over at Rumble and Rockfin. And maybe one of these days, Restream will bring those chats into the Restream chat, and we can flow all of them together. That would be really cool. This week, Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, I will be going on Misty Winston's radio show on TNT Radio, so stay tuned for that.
Nice.
I also want to give a shout out to Misty Winston for starting her own Substack. Go sign up, mistywinston.substack.com. You could see it over at her Twitter also. But I thought that would be a really good way for her to share her appearances, to let people know who's going to be on the radio show every week, to let people know about upcoming actions, and every once in a while she'll want to rant and have an outlet to do that. So by all means,
I think mine's on the 6th. I'm going on Misty.
Yep.
Well.
I think she told me she's booked out through the 6th. Garland Nixon, if you're listening, we do want to book you for Misty's radio show. She mentioned that she wanted to ask but didn't want to ask. Also look out for hopefully soon Dan Cohen. The segment we did last week got the attention of a couple people, and I sent it over to Kit over at Hardlands Media, and hopefully Kit and Dan Cohen are going to be connecting, and you'll see Dan Cohen interviewed over at Hardlands in the near future. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Tara will be back
Colin
this week.
will be back on. Yeah,
I'll be back
Friday,
Wednesday.
Right?
Colin will be back this week for INN News for Wednesday. He was in New Orleans this week on vacation with a friend at Mardi Gras.
And I think we might have guests lined up for that.
That'd be cool.
So,
and then Tuesday is Jesse's birthday. So everybody go wish Jesse a happy birthday for Tuesday. He doesn't want to do a show for his own birthday necessarily. So we're going to skip American tradition this week. But maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll even do a rando roundtable.
My
We'll see.
birthday's on the 8th.
Oh, wow. That's the anniversary of when our Discord accounts got zapped.
Yep.
And what else is happening? Indies Tech Tips. There's a new Indies Tech Tips. Let me go real quick. Let me open up the browser.
No.
I don't want to show the tech tips. I want to show the shop with the new tech tip gear. That's what I was trying to do. Yes. Where are they? Here we go.
Right there. Go
All
back
right.
up.
Yep, there they are. Here. Let's Go back to sharing the screen. Check these out, folks. They are beautiful. So we've got die cut stickers. We've got a notebook for Indy's Tech Tips. We've got an iPhone case. We've got t-shirts, and on the back they say IndyLeft.media. We've got tank tops. We've got long sleeves. And, of course, we've got your Bongfather t-shirts. Get all of your gear at IndependentLeft.shop in all different colors. How do we miss that shirts? The old logo, of course, now that we just got the new logo. Anybody have a baby, you can get your How Do We Miss That onesie and dump in your Indy Left news. And those are the flip-flops that we talked about, the red Bongfather flip-flops. Mix them up. Check it out. IndependentLeft.shop. All the links at IndyLeft.media and at IndyNews.network. So, we're done. We're done with How Do We Miss That for tonight.
Ooh.
This was episode 69, dude. Oh, boy. Yeah, I did it. Sorry.
I enjoy it.
Oh, man, that's disgusting.
It's very nice.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. All right, so we will see you next week for episode 70. Holy crap. As always, we love you. And keep questioning everybody's motivations. And we will see you this week. Good night, everybody.
Keep listening to what little birds had to tell you. Good night, fam.
Bye. Have a great time.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they